Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to the show. I am Tokwe Mark Odige. And with me, as usual, are my beautiful ladies. This is my first time seeing Mariam with this hair in a while. I love it. I saw it on the show, I think, on Wednesday.
Oh, thank you.
Debuted it on Wednesday.
Thank you so much, yes.
You know, yeah, so this hair is not your hair. Like, this is...
I'm the owner of this style.
Yeah, the owner.
Yeah, the owner of the style. Do you know, anytime I see the style,
you know
just send it to her.
Some people will be like, oh, Beyonce's hairstyle. So this is Mariam's hairstyle. Yay!
Copyrighted. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I didn't have banter, so that was a good banter. But, you know, I was like, sometimes I think for our viewers, sometimes we're under pressure, like, okay, what do we have to say this morning? You know, there's the pressure of, okay, something has to be happening in your life, like, exciting or dramatic enough for you to come and share it. Honestly, my life is just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I don't really have much to say. But I'm always happy to be here, happy to, you know, talk to everyone and engage and connect with our viewers. Yeah.
Fantastic. Akashat name was very what a guan.
In Amiyad. Well, today is Mariam Olaide's birthday.
Awesome.
On behalf of Alaji. Kazim Adiokun of TVC.
Our own Alaji.
No, it's not today, it's on Sunday.
Advance.
Awesome.
Okay.
To tell her
Happy birthday to you.
And I'm just looking forward to family this weekend. It's family weekend. My uncle is around doing a lot of things with family.
Beautiful.
In the whole of the mix, I'll find some place.
Time to rest, Abi. How you doing?
I'm fine, Juma Mubarak, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be a Netflix weekend. Netflix and chill, but it's not going to be the popcorn type of chilling.
Yeah, and it's not Indian film.
It's no, not Indian film.
Why? I don't like. Why do you always call her out on her Indian?
I don't understand though.
Or
it's only
South
Indian
Korean
movies that I watch.
Which one?
South Korea. You're the one that used to watch South Korea. No, it's a very beautiful movie. Harlem. I don't know if you know Harlem.
Okay, I've seen it, but I haven't watched it.
It's on Prime.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I haven't watched it.
So it's going to be a wonderful one. But this time I'm not doing popcorn.
What are you doing? Tell us.
As a zauna, as in I'm going to fold my legs to the miyan kuka.
I
made one special miyan kuka.
I thought it was going to be suya.
No, as in you put the tuwo, you put the miyan.
While watching film.
All the animals are well represented. You know this kind. There's goat, there's cow.
As long as there's no
all the domestic animals. No, all the domestic animals.
And no pangolin.
Minus pepper.
Fantastic. That's So I bought cauliflower and a few veggies. I wanted to do fried rice, and I'm wondering when I'll have the time to do it, because I was supposed to have a wedding tomorrow, and I'm also moderating 2 panels, and I'm really looking forward to the panels. Like I woke up this morning. Before I woke up, I was I was planning my questions because it's a conversation around agriculture and how the policies, and there'll be some stakeholders. Then I'm moderating that panel, and I'm like, I need to bring my A game, because we've discussed so many things on this show on agriculture. I see so many loopholes, and I feel that this would be a good channel to have those kind of conversation, and hopefully we have a clearer direction. But we're just starting a Friday show. Chill, we're still going to have a lot of fun. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting off front page review with The Nation. Major headline: terrorists killed Kwara villagers for refusing strange belief. It's such a sad story. Yes. Nigeria, World Bank strengthen partnership to boost economy. Senate defend action on Electoral Act amendment. Remi Tinubu's presence at U.S. prayer excites Trump. INEC obeys court order on PDP leadership. Wike's group gets nod. How Nigeria can fast-track economic growth by NRS boss. Ramfak, new pay package for office holders ready. And we have some other news. All 183 rescued Kuminwali worshippers back from captivity, and federal government ends use of tax credit scheme for road construction. That story I'm interested in. But who has the terrorist story or the World Bank?
Okay, do you want to go with the World Bank before I go with the...
Okay, the World Bank, yes. Okay, so they said Nigeria World Bank strengthened partnership to boost economy. They said the World Bank has agreed to provide enhanced support to speed up Nigeria's economic reforms to attract large-scale investment and open up more job opportunities for the country's fast-growing population. There was a meeting between the Minister of Finance and Coordinating, that's Mr. Wale Edun, and the Managing Director of Operations of World Bank, that's Ms. Anna. They said the World Bank said it would provide enhanced support to ongoing initiatives to deepen Nigerians' reform agenda to ensure more visible positive impacts on the daily lives of Nigerians. They said that so far they have contributed 500 million on some of the initiatives, and she said our support will remain focused on helping Nigeria turn its plan into tangible outcomes, especially in infrastructure and private sector-led growth. So this is a very good one, and so far since last week, I've been reading all the World Bank stories, how they've been contributing to Nigerians' growth, which is very, 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 very promising and good.
Fantastic. Nima.
Major headline: the defense spokesman, Major General Sumaila Uba, was explaining what happened in Kama in Kwara State. He said that these terrorists entered Wuru and neighboring communities around Kama, and they were trying to preach a twisted belief through terror and intimidation, which was resisted by the community. They left and came back a week after, and they rained terror. As at this morning, the time of this report, 75 people have been buried, and there are still bodies lying in the bushes around the community. The Inspector General of Police also has joined the military in Kwara because the president ordered immediately that they should be on ground. So Operation Savannah Shield, which is the commander, directed by the president, is presently in Kwara State right now. The governor was at Aso Rock to give report on what happened, and it's just very sad, the reason and the killings that are happening. But just, to quote the president, said, "I'm confident because as I speak to you, the first commander operations of Savannah Shield has reported in Kwara State, Ilorin, and he has hit ground running, and that they will rely on the military to do what they do best." I hope that, these incidences in Kwara State will be stemmed by the presence of the military. And I commiserate with the people of Kwara State and Kama particularly on, what they're going through. I really am reading the stories. I'm wondering how is it easy to take out a life?
What life feels like there now.
So how did they invade it? How many were they? What was the strength like for them to kill that number of people?
I have a story. This is good news, but still connected with, kidnapping. So all the 183 worshippers have been rescued. Remember those who were rescued from the worshippers from Kaduna State. They have so everyone is been rescued and accounted for, and we thank God for that. So they were abducted, remember, during a church service at Kuminwali in Kajuru local government. The governor, they said, described it as a day of joy for Kaduna State, declaring the safe return of the abducted worshippers vindicated the quiet but relentless efforts of government and security agencies. So he was very grateful to, security chiefs, government officials, community leaders, and he says all this was as a result of their collaboration. And he says that, one person abducted from Kaduna State is unacceptable for them. That's why they were it was very important for them to focus on the issue itself and getting them back, using all the resources that they had available instead of politicizing it. And they're so happy to the president and the DSS, NSA, police,
working together,
army, everyone worked together to bring them back.
Right, I was very curious about the tax break story. So the federal government, under the Nigerian Revenue Service by Mr. Zak Adidiji, has put an end to the tax credit scheme for road construction. So BOA, Dangote, MTN, even NNPC, where they used to, like, they won't pay tax. They will say, we'll use the tax to do this road and that road, but it's ended now. And they said the reason for this is because they realized that it's the purpose of tax is to come into the federal account and then it is allocated following due process. Not that tax officials are now the one deciding what projects should be funded and how it should be funded and the value without going through the due process of bid and all of that. So now any road, they can still get, they can still do road constructions within the country, but it would have to be subject to processes and approval by the right ministry. This is going to be affecting even Lagos Badagry Expressway because it was funded by NNPC and they stopped the funding because they couldn't raise the funds needed. So it's affected the process of doing the job. Right now they're saying they're not even doing it anymore. I think it makes sense so that we know exactly how much we're earning, not that this is the money we earned, but about 15% of it went to doing roads in different places. Moving on to the second paper that we're taking today, The Punch. Major headline story we took before, sad story of Kwara massacre. UN condemns killing as Turkey pledges support. Tinubu meets governor. Northern senators demand security overhaul. And IG deploys tactical team. Nima took that story. PDP crisis Makinde camp fumes as INEC recognizes Wike's block. Respected woman, Trump hails Remi Tinubu, our first lady at US prayer breakfast. I saw that video. It was very Trump-like. Electoral act. Opposition pushes back as e-transmission faces fresh firestorm. And we took that story of Kaduna abductees freed. And government pledging rehabilitation. There's a picture story of residents standing among burnt debris and damaged homes following the attack that left over 160 killed in Kwara State. And this is a visual representation of how gruesome it was. Really, really bad. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll continue with front page review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet and of course it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter. Hope Now that pikin where they read ABCD
and still get ogbonge drink for hearts.
Hope now the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the front pages of the newspaper, currently going through the Punch. What story do we have in the Punch? I think we're looking inside right now, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I have the Electoral Act issues. They said the Senate Minority Caucus clarified on Thursday that the Senate did not reject electronic transmission of election results before the leadership passed the Electoral Act. Contrary, they've been spreading all around the media. So they are saying that the lawmakers rejected the proposal for the story going around. They said the lawmakers rejected proposal for the electronic transmission of election results and a 10-year ban on vote buyers and other electoral offenders. They are now saying to put the record straight, the Senate did not, I repeat, did not reject electronic transmission of results as provided for in the 2022 Electoral Act. They also went ahead to explain that the Senate passed what the Senate passed was the electronic transmission of results, a position which, according to him, was also clarified by the Senate President during the plenary. So these rumors, please, they've put an end to it.
And they repeated it, in case you did not hear the first time.
Okay, so the U.S. President.
Okay, go on.
Okay, the U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday acknowledged the presence of Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu, as he spoke at the National Prayer Breakfast in Washington, D.C., highlighting her faith, leadership and role in religious life. He said that they're honored to be joined today by the First Lady of Nigeria, who also happens to serve as a Christian pastor at the largest church in Nigeria, a very respected woman. First Lady, please, where are you? I guess that's where you saw the video, and he gave her, the respect that she's due. Which is unlike, I know you say he's very like Trump, but which is unlike him, because every time I hear him talk about anyone, he's yabbing them, calling them out on their name.
Yeah,
so
it's very dramatic.
In the same space he spoke about our First Lady. He yabbed the country.
So the First Lady got a proper honor, and that should be acknowledged, not lumped up.
Okay, so the actress Ajara Lasisi was announced to have passed yesterday. It was announced by another Nollywood director, Tobi Oladele Timoni. She had been ill, and they've been, appeal online for, for funds to help her with her treatment. But Timoni has announced that she passed, and he attached a video from her brother, Ridwan Lasisi. So Ajara Lasisi is a petite,
that has
and so she passed, and her brother has, confirmed that she passed. Timoni is also asking people to stop donating to the account in question, and they have, expressed their gratitude for the supporters that
they've gotten so far.
So our hearts are with the family.
Our hearts are with the family. Moving on to Daily Sun, major headline. Outrage over Senate's rejection of electronic transmission of results. They have said they did not reject it, and they said it twice. So here, controversy over exclusion of Igbo in school history books. Ohaneze Indigbo authors fume. How Nigeria can move from potential to economic prosperity. That's from the Zak Adedeji. And Shetima, Governor Monarch, others to grace Imo at 50 in Owerri. Lagos, Osun, Oyo, Delta lawmakers to spend 36 billion on travel in 2026. Is it just those 4 states? Wow. 8.6 billion lost to fraudulent projects in states. That's from budget. 8.6 billion naira lost to fraudulent projects in states from budget. Jailed IPOB leader Kanu appeals life sentence. Okay, what story do we take in?
Okay, so we have Imo at 50. So they are having a party with their chief host. That's the Governor Hope Governor Hope is Uzodinma. They said that the Vice President, that's Alhaji Kashim Shettima, governors, royal fathers, and other distinguished Nigerians will tomorrow storm Imo as the state celebrates the Golden Jubilee in creation. Already, the capital is in a festive mood. They have decorations. They've decorated the whole state. Everywhere is well decorated, just waiting. And they said that on that same day, on that same occasion, that they are going to unveil a book, that's Imo at 50. They said the full story of the state, as well as confer honors on distinguished indigenes of Imo State. They said the State Commissioner for Information, Public Orientation and Strategy, that's Declan, made the disclosure in Owerri. And they said similarly, the Sultan of Sokoto will be there. Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abakar, the Oni of Ife, Oba Ade Enitan will be there. A lot of them will be there.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, congratulations.
50 years already.
So
your Imo,
time.
50 years ago states are celebrating their 50.
It was created in 1976.
Along with other...
I need to take the story of this Delta...
the Ohaneze story in the Sun.
Okay.
Yeah, so an actually started by one parent who noticed that history textbook approved by the Federal Ministry of Education for junior secondary schools titled Living History for Junior Secondary Schools has other languages in the history of Nigeria but excluded Igbo.
How?
History and language in the book. And, you know, she called on the group, the Ohaneze. Of course, reactions have started. They're asking for a total withdrawal of this book from the curriculum because it secludes a particular, very important tribe and contributor to the Nigeria dream. And so I'm waiting to see the Federal Ministry of Education's reaction because it continues online. But I wanted to, you know, I'm hoping that this will be corrected. No parts, including some. I have suffered.
It has gone through
for
many
too long.
checks.
Yes, because we have 3 major languages. Having to look for selective book for my own language while I was in school. I studied Igbo in junior secondary school 1 because there was no alternative. And then I moved on because it was difficult to Yoruba throughout secondary school. But in primary school, I'd done Hausa. You'll be looking for the Bini language. And there was a textbook by then that we're looking for. You know, don't say, let people have options.
Yeah, mentioning this.
I can understand how they feel just because I suffered it growing up here.
Totally. I want to take the Delta, Lagos, Osho, or your lawmaker story because it was really surprising that just 4 states will be spending 36 billion on legislative travel, not the entire cabinet travel, just the legislators within those 4 states. Let me shock you. Out of the
to do other things.
Our healthcare is still suffering.
I think in defense they will give us where they're going, why they need to be there.
If they were a ministry, you say
let me move on to Vanguard, major headline. 2026, majority of senators want real-time result transmission. Abarebe, Ningi, Ume, others. The vow to ensure inclusion, monitor process at presidential assent. Then INEC registers NDC, DLA, worries over crisis in parties. We've taken the story of the Kwara massacre. 10,000 drivers to benefit from Lagos government health safety program. Downstream deregulation delivers 6 trillion naira gain in 6 months. 2 PDP factions insist on fielding candidates in 2027. 1949 massacre. Court orders UK to pay £420 million to 21 Nigerian families. Please, that's where we're starting from.
I have the case. I have the story. Okay. So thanks to human rights activist Greg Ono, who filed claims of damages on behalf of the people who were massacred in 1949 by the British government, British colonial forces, you know, during coal mining in Enugu. And the Enugu State High Court granted £20 million each to each of the victims. There were 21 coal miners who were killed, and added 10% per annum interest until the money is fully paid on each of these coal miners' benefit. And the court granted the coal miners compensation to their families. You know, the court directed that the UK government also tenders a formal apology through the victims' lawyers and in national newspapers, along with these monies I had read earlier. I just want to say to, some people would have discouraged this, they would have thought it was impossible, but Judge Onovo urged that the Nigerian government should engage diplomatically with the UK within 60 days to ensure that justice is delivered and reparation are implemented for these funds. I'm just so happy. The history was that tragedy occurred at the Valley Coal Mine in Enugu, where miners went on strike in November 1, 1949, demanding better wages and safer working. And the British colonial authorities ordered that the mine be closed, but then miners resisted, and then, of course, they just went and shot at them. Their names are mentioned. I don't want to go on into this is why we're talking about history.
Yeah,
exactly. Cannot particular segment's history. All right, because some children will not know this. But so thanks to
another key story,
the activists who started it.
10,000 drivers to benefit from.
Okay, so Lagos State Government, in collaboration with State Command of NDLEA, is set to hold a 4-day sensitization program on substance abuse, drug, and free eye testing for commercial drivers, particularly truckers, aimed at reducing fatal accidents across the metropolis. The Senior Special Assistant to the State Governor on Transportation and Logistics, that's Comrade Hassan Adekoya, explained that the initiative is in furtherance of stakeholders engaged with glasses. So if they find that you have eye problem, they will give you all fully funded by Lagos State.
Oh, Lagos State.
Yes,
Lagos
it's in collaboration.
Oh, fantastic.
But they should do to all the drivers now. Which one is only 10,000? They have more than 10,000 drivers.
They were focusing on public, the ones that are driving commercial buses, that one mistake can lead to the lives of...
commercial, they are more than 10,000. They're supposed to go.
Oh, I didn't know there were more that much. I guess I don't have the
data for
the number of drivers, but I think 10,000 would be a huge...
That's a huge number.
It's a huge number.
Yeah, and it's very good.
I can't wait. I know the impact we'll see it over long term. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, we'll go on to our hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
The holy month of Ramadan is here again. A month to submit to the will of Allah. A month to share. A month to care. And most importantly, a month of goodness. Start well and end well with the goodness of...
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare you.
You already have Destiny Alpha.
I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope,
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope, now that pikin where they read ABCD
and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope, now the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast.
Owambe extravaganza. To the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Event Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Event Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on. You're my provider. You're my provider.
Argentina, champions of the world!
Thanks for staying with us. We begin today's hot topic on a very sad note. In Woro Community, Kaima local government of Kwara State, 75 people have been confirmed dead in a brutal attack by terrorists. The victims, all Muslims, were reportedly killed for rejecting extremist ideology. The emir personally confirmed the casualties, while the village head revealed that the group had sent a warning letter months before, signaling their deadly intentions. In response, the president, Tinubu, has strongly condemned the attack, ordered the deployment of an army battalion to the area, and IGP Egbetoku has deployed tactical and intelligence units, promising that the perpetrators will be brought to justice. This is a moment for solemn reflection as we mourn the lives of the lost and consider the security challenges facing our communities. Ladies, what were your thoughts on these killings? I know that we also have our viewers that would like to join the conversation on 020-1635. 2013 is the number to call, or 09241 63440. You could also tweet to us. We'd like to hear from you. Really, it's a sad, sad story. It's not, it's the numbers, like you keep hearing these things over and over again. I think it was about Wednesday evening, my husband was telling me that did I hear what happened in Kwara State, that it's not getting as much media attention because we're sort of used to seeing this, hearing this news happen. But what was your initial reaction, Mariam? Because you're from a state where a lot of these things have happened in the past, and it's probably still there's dots of it. So it's something that is sad.
I thought you would start from the religious
Oh no, I want to. There's not even put a religious declaration first. There are human beings first before we now go to the ideology.
I mean, it's truly sad. Sometimes I even feel like a fraud when we are talking about this, because it seems like we take a story today. Oh, it's so sad. We're so sorry. Then the next day, oh, we're so sad. We're so sorry. You know, we don't. It seems like we're not moving on. Things are not getting better, and I don't want to completely put the blame on the inefficiency of government, because I know that these wicked people are sitting down waiting for when, you know, it seems that they have a little gap, you know, and take advantage. But that also does not mean that the government is not doing I feel that there's so much that the government can do, especially when you hear the stories about when the attacks. First of all, they had an inclination this was going to happen. These people had come to their community. They had asked them to do things that they were not comfortable with. They reported. Do you understand? And then we heard, you know, that some of the military or the soldiers that were deployed to the place just a few days before then had been taken out of those communities. So there are things that I just keep wondering, like, okay, so I say, what is our plan really, militarily, to protect Nigerians, especially the ones, I can understand, okay, it took us unawares, oh, we're blindsided. How about the ones that you know that they are being targeted, that there's a possibility something will come out of it? So for me, I feel like a fraud as a Nigerian to just tell people, oh, we're so sorry, this is truly sad, and then move on. We keep saying it's truly sad until one day it's right on our doorstep. It has happened to, I mean, you refer to, I come from a state that this has happened to. I have family members that this happened to. My mother had been held at gunpoint during situations like this. My stepfather has had petrol poured on him. It was just because someone brought out the Bible quickly that he was saved. So I'm telling you, I know the feeling, you know, the emotional.
Close to home.
Yes. And all you do is, we're so sorry this has happened to you, and we're doing our best, this will not happen to you again. Really, I don't. So from an emotional point of view, this is too much, and I just feel that we can do much better for our people. Yes.
Nima, I felt that's why I wanted to leave the religious sentiment part, because when we were clamoring then, yes, of course, a lot of Christians get killed, but there was a lot of backlash that no, don't say it's affecting everybody, and many Muslims were struggling to say that this is not the religion. These are negative elements, extremist groups that are trying to do this kind of things. 75 lives will not be a justification to explain the challenge we are facing. That is a security challenge from evil people, criminals across the country. Nima.
Let me say this carefully. So no life should be taken like this. In the Quran, it is said that to take the life of an innocent person unjustly is to take the entire mankind, to kill destroy mankind. I'm trying to get the words of the prophets clearly and the Quranic quotation clearly. But the point is that I feel that when we continue this sentimental reaction to killings along lines, religious divides, ethnicity, we belittle the lives taken. Muslims feel silenced. They don't come out enough to talk about when they suffer this. Look at the way this has happened. Some groups went to a community, a fully Muslim community, killed them. The other day it was a mosque. Other times in the north, it was a full school of boys' school in Yobe, all the boys. But when you call it a Muslim killing, people react as if no. And then we allow an international community start a Christian genocide as if we don't suffer these killings. In Nigeria generally. May I just explain that somebody had to bring out the Bible so that her stepdad would not have been killed for being Muslim. We know these things and they've existed with us over the years, but we like to argue sentiment. We like to be distracted by Fulani headsmen titled today, Farmer Elders clash tomorrow, Muslim Christian killing next tomorrow. There's a genocide of Nigerian vulnerable people. I tried to say it the other day when I was reacting to the American president sitting comfortably in the Oval Office telling us what our problems were. Because one segment of society is advocating the killing of their people, whereas the other segment is still looking for a PR head to help them. That's the problem. They don't have the voices that you hear from Khan if this was happening on the other side. They don't get that advocacy enough. They don't have those activists shouting. They need that kind of loudness, and then we'll all be distracted along religious lines. Whenever half of a Nigerian is killed somewhere, the reaction should be the same. And our government must now be preventive. These people were, they were preaching to them a week before this. They left Woro and came back. And then they carried out this massacre. Even the emir, his hands were tied. But we know that this is intelligence, meaning is that
they know the military had
people
been taken out.
If government continues to sit like this, government is not helping. It seems like government is doing nothing. It says you can't prevent, then prosecute. Investigate, follow through, arrest and prosecute. That's the only way to deter reoccurrences. It's happening too often. As Miriam said, taking it in the newspaper. See, I will not lie to you. I usually just read the newspapers recently and try to run away from these stories. Okay, what is another thing happening? Because we can't keep telling Nigerians every day that they're killing people. It was like when we're taking the gender-based violence stories of rape, and I said, it's like we're advertising rape. Almost every other day I open the newspaper, they have raped somebody. They have raped a young girl. Am I going to continue sitting at this table and promoting it? Because I don't know whether in reporting it, I am telling somebody else to do it. I was at that point. And now we're back to constant killings. Every community. It was Kaduna we took now. They just rescued the Kaduna people. But they kidnapped them. Successfully took them away. In releasing them, can we arrest somebody? Can we arrest the groups? Can we, prosecute and carry out, maybe if it is a death sentence, killing of the people publicly to discourage this, so that we'll show that we have the might.
I'm going to come back to what you mentioned concerning putting it in the news might be, because there's a data that backs that up that I read in a book a few years back. But let me hear your thoughts.
In fact, when I read this story, I was really very sad. I prayed I'll be able to put myself together to be able to say something about this thing, because the north and the middle region, they have just been suffering, death here, back to back. They'll kill here, these people, that. And the funny thing is, when I was reading this story, the first thing was that they were even informed. The community was informed that they were going to come and, carry out such attacks. They sent a letter. After that letter, they said that the leaders in that community tried to reach out to, I don't know who they tried to reach out to, but they now said that they were trying to call them on phone. They were trying to call them on the phone, but at some point they were not reaching out. There was network problem and everything. So because there was network problem, nobody could you can't use your foot to go and meet the right people and talk to these people. You understand? Because that letter alone is enough evidence. And immediately that letter came in, they were supposed to have people, military, everybody in that community to save these people. And we are still here, our governors are still there, and they are still working. They're still working. Nobody has resigned. People are dying. They're supposed to have. These are people that have voted you in. They voted you in so that you can save them, save insecurity and all of those. But up till now, nothing. They are just busy there killing them up and down, just killing them just like animals. You understand? Look at what happened in Funtua. They kidnapped some of them. They took them to the bush. Then these people, the remaining people in that community, when they went to go and meet the head of the community, they said, okay, what are we going to do? They went to the terrorists to go and negotiate with terrorists. Terrorists now said that they should release some of them. They will now release some of the members of the community. Government now told them that they can't negotiate with terrorists. Now they have all their people, mothers, children abducted in the bush there. Meanwhile, nothing, government is not doing anything. When are we going to do something about it? And northern governors, we're just dying. We're just dying. If people that voted you in, they have reduced the number. So you can't still be in that office.
It will not be completely fair to say government is not doing anything, because according to the information we have, the government actually had military security presence there, and they were there for a while, but they now pulled them out.
Pull them out.
Maybe they have to deploy them somewhere else, because guess what? The problem is not in one location. The problems are happening everywhere. So for me, it's now a case of you pull them out. At the moment they were pulled out, the place was attacked. Information would have gotten to them that this place is now vulnerable, we can carry out our attack. Immediately it happened, the IGP sent tactical team there, which is what usually here at the end of the day. So I feel like it will seem like the government is trying to do something, but the challenge seems to overwhelm them. And it's why some people on social media were clamoring and excited when the US was offering help, even though we that have more information based on the history of how US help tends to go, were saying no. They were of the opinion the government they're not getting it. So let's take every help possible. I am worried.
I think
as a Nigerian, I'm scared as a Nigerian. Every time I think of traveling because of the road, there's anxiety, there's a level of heart, your palpitation you feel at every time you see a phone call, because you don't know what that phone call will carry. So and it's beyond prayer. It's beyond just praying for our leaders, and I do that, and I encourage Nigerians to continue to pray for our leaders. But we need some punitive measures carried out to people who don't have the ability to manage the situation. We need to sack some people. You know, you mentioned it. Some people need to be sacked. You are the commissioner, and apologies, because commissioner will be looking at me like, what's she saying? But if you are the commissioner of the state and attacks are happening within Kwara State back to back over the past few months, then
you resign. That means
there must be something.
So you're not doing something.
Ayama is a local government where Woro is. And the local government chairman probably is sitting somewhere in Ilorin. The local government chairman, maybe his house is somewhere in Ilorin, or even outside Kwara State entirely in Lagos. It's possible. And government cannot, terrorism will continue if government always reacts after. Why do you have to withdraw if we do not have enough manpower? Because you need to defend.
So I was
vulnerable and extreme suburban communities where this happens consistently. Sorry, Mero. Where this goes and happens consistently are usually left undefended, open and vulnerable. You know.
So obviously the government is overwhelmed, and I think that the government thinks it would come across as being inadequate if it admits that they are overwhelmed. And I think that if we begin to tell ourselves the truth, where we stand, what we can afford to do per time, then we'll see some progress in how we fight this insurgency, banditry, whatever it is called. You know, we need to be honest about what we have on ground, the military power, our weaponry, whatever it is.
Numbers.
And then we need to be, so that's on one side. We also need to be honest about the intelligence that we have. We need to be honest about how well we know the terrain. As we know, our military, our security operatives, we do like a federalist way. Everybody, you come from one particular place. Conversations about local policing, you know, community policing. I think we need to do this. As we started seeing that conversation gaining ground in 2025, I don't know yet what has happened. It seems to be a stall. We need to push that so that people in their local community, they have the intelligence and see how we can equip them for situations like this. Because obviously there's a transfer of intelligence from our military to these people. The moment you move military, they attack. And that's the thing with a wicked person or wicked whatever. It's sitting and waiting for when there is a gap, as we said earlier, for them to step in. And that's the issue. Secondly, you know, I want to just say a little about the religious part. I gave an example of, you know, my stepfather and a Bible that had to be shown so that he would be freed. Then there's situations where my mother, because she had to wear a hijab to be free. So I think we need to push this narrative and show that people that both sides of the divide get attacked.
Yeah.
If we're reading stories from last week up until today about people in church being attacked while they're worshiping in the Christian way, and then the next week we're talking about Muslims being asked to take another form of Islam, the extremist ideology that is not theirs, then we see that this is really not about Christianity or Islam. It's just about terrorists and wicked people and wicked organizations looking for how to destroy our country. And I feel that our government can just say, you know what, Nigerian people, we don't think we can do this by ourselves. We need help from here and from there. I have been one of those who have spoken, who has been a bit uncomfortable about America coming in. And why was I uncomfortable? The way my discomfort came from how it seemed that this was not done in collaboration with my country. It was almost as if they were coming to take over. My country was not aware. Secondly, we had heard of them coming into the country and bombing some places. A few days ago, we're hearing on international news that there are foot soldiers there are soldiers on ground from the United States. It seems as if my country is not involved or aware of how America is coming in. If we're ill-equipped or to do this, why can we not sit down with them and say, this is the help that we need from you? Instead of it seeming like they're coming from above us or behind us to do things and then get away from it. So that's my discomfort with how we're handling this.
Let me take Boniface. I'll come to you, Ramatu. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Boniface. Hello, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Greetings. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
The truth of the matter is that the way the issue started, I'm not too comfortable with this money. Because for you to have the religion aspect, you shouldn't have been. Because whenever something like this happens, you shouldn't be a religion first. Person like me, when I heard of it, I am very, very, very devastated. Why? Because these are lives, these are human beings, 75. That is what they could even report their body. Yesterday, when the governor went there, and the leader of that very community was talking, he said some corpses are still lying in the ground. That is to say, it's not only 75. So it's very, very painful. So to begin to say religion aspect, as Madam said, it shouldn't have been, because these are lives. Because these people that are killing like this, they are human beings. The government are not doing enough to protect these people. The government are not doing anything possible, in my own view, to protect these people. So in my own view, because
Oh, so sorry we lost that call. So I don't think you heard us well. When we started this topic, we started from the fact that we cannot afford to lose anybody, regardless of religion. Even when I was asking why we not highlighting now, we said, let's first take it as human beings. Then we take the fact that there is a religious element being used to split us from focusing on what is important. So we're not taking it. What he's saying is he was accusing that we are taking it from religious perspective instead of us to focus on the fact that they are human beings. We are done that and we're still doing it. We're still doing it because we know that the goal of the enemies and the terrorists is to divide us, so that we'll be talking like this instead of dealing with what the problems are.
So I think we need to take drastic measures this time around, because we've been having this killings, insecurity back to back for over how many years now? And honestly speaking, it's getting out of hand. It's really, really getting out of hand. You can imagine a community. You go, these people are just living their lives. If you go to a typical northern place, if you see those communities, you see, I don't say poverty, you know, you see everything. They just eat from their farms. They're just managing their lives. You go, you kidnap them, you now start asking for some kind of ransom. You'll be asking for how many millions? People that don't have that much. You now be asking for that kind of money. And then when you now start asking for that kind of money and they can't afford it, they start running around. If you need to see the way those people in that the Funtua local government area where they did that last kidnap, you need to see the way they are going around trying to rescue their family. Their families back home, trying to make sure that they come back home. Now, this religion now that they even talked about, let me even say something about it. The religion that they are saying that they want to move them to another religion, you can't move. The funny thing about Islam is that you can't move it from one religion to another. It's the same thing. Nobody has been able to extract something from the Quran and bring it out and say, okay, there's this version, there's this version, there's this version. No, it's the same thing. So which one are they telling them? Which one are they forcing them to accept?
Which is why they didn't accept it, and that's why
they
all of them died and the entire village was burnt down.
The thing is,
so can I help you?
Let me take Yakub's call, then I'll come to you. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Yakub.
Yeah, good morning, Sister Tokman. Good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
Sister Nima, good morning. Sister Nima, I've said it all. To me, basically, I think it should be clear to every Nigerian citizen now that this is not all about Muslim or Christian matter. If somebody or a group of people can come to a village and try to preach to people there, and then in the name of Islam, quote and unquote, and then the people there now saw that this is not the Islam that we practice here. We can't listen to you. But the question now is this: number one, who has those military to leave the place? Who always withdraw? You see, this trend is like when the military were in a place, immediately the military left, these people will come and then they will attack. Definitely, there is a lot of sabotage in our military apparatus. That I stand to be corrected, because why is it that every time the military withdraw, these people will attack? Another thing I want to point out this morning is the people, this same of people that attacked in Benue sometime last year, killing a lot of people. We got to know that the DSS did the needful. They got all of them arrested. Now they were in court. Sister Nima, this question is for you, ma. Don't you think that we need a special court to try these people? At the end of the day, now the Attorney General of the Federation is now personally took over the case now. Now, Yoruba always say this, anytime Baorilowe, you are still asking who killed the person that is the owner of the head. So immediately they're supposed to fast track this judiciary thing, and then they should be killed. Let every Nigerian see them that they are also being killed. Last time, one chief judge of this country gave a judgment whereby they sentenced some of them to, I think, is it 10 years or 15 years? That's what they're supposed to get. You give prerogative to that judge to give them letter. Somebody that kills somebody to not sentencing the person to life in prison. At the end of the day, they will regroup. They will go and do the game break. They will release their people. Or even though they don't do the game break, the government can come to us and say, we want to pardon the terrorists. So for me, they should be able to fast track their
prosecution process.
Trial, and then it should be special court to try this guy. This is barbaric. You are saying it twice. This is we're in the plan. Say that you must take somebody's plan. Pass it out. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Nima, apologies. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear your thoughts. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
When you're home late from work, you want Double. Shop with Dr. Q. Grab some sharp gifts. Order anything you want and vibe away. Ding dong global, ding
Order
ding
with
dong
Global
global.
and track it to receive it.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to East Flash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. East Flash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's East Flash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Marina station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable,
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini, I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement.
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
Or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Onima, you were going to say something?
So I wanted to address the issue of, deploying religion for terrorist reasons, objectives in Africa is entirely foreign-based. And we know that the fall of Libya's, structure when Gaddafi was taken out has cost Africa greatly since 2011 when it happened. Weapons were, massively imported into the country and now proliferating the whole of Africa. Groups are all the way through Western Africa, all the way to Nigeria, are right now, in different areas, terrorizing each of those nations. Cote d'Ivoire recently, we have too many to talk of if we want to focus on that. And they are constantly going through countries. It is not the first time we've seen this. But because these foreign actors distract us with the religious propaganda while pilfering our resources, to put that alongside killings will also, sort of belittle the life-seeking. People will say, okay, are you saying that, are you focusing on resources now? They are killing people. But this is the objective. They get it. In which area in Nigeria is really not, is there no killing? In the southeast, there was a sit-at-home. There was some form of distraction. Kwara and up north, all of these killings that are happening, government knows what is costing them beyond human lives.
And maybe you mentioned resources.
Yes, we cannot continue to leave our land porous. My son was asking me recently, there's this YouTube channel he watches on Powerful Nations. I said, why is Nigeria not producing nukes? I said, we will not sit down for Security Council of the United Nations. We do not have such. The powers have been given to select few. So how do we defend ourselves if the people who are supposed to be the Security Council members do not really play
if there's no war, they can't sell ammunition.
They can't sell ammunition.
We say, that thing, we're not saying it enough. People will sponsor crises so they can sell their weapons, ammunition. Yes. We're spending billions indebting this country over ammunition. Why would we not need it if there is no crisis? We will not need it. If there is peace in this country, will we spend the kind of money we're spending on ammunition? Let me take Adibo Wale, who's called in from Water. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Please listen to the phone, not television. You are live. Adibo Wale. Yeah, we lost that. Mariam?
Yeah. Okay.
Ramatu.
Yeah, so every time, whenever this kind of a thing happens, I always think of solutions. We're always, you know, giving out money. I read in the papers, we hear this billion, how many billion, you know, being put on other projects. Meanwhile, insecurity is really eating us up. It's really, really eating us up. You see that region? There was a time I read in the papers as well, where they said that most of the governors they all came together and they're like, what are they going to do to? We've not seen the outcome of this meeting.
Oh, yeah.
We've not seen the outcome of the meeting. They've all come together and say, okay, how do we stop this thing? How do we manage this kind of situation?
Together.
You know, I know somebody who, you know, he's here. He's from somewhere, one of the states in the north. He's been here. He's been in Lagos. He has not been able to go home. He has not been able to go home. He doesn't have village anymore. He said Boko Haram came, they wiped all of them off.
So sad.
Do you understand that the only person that he survived by there's him, there's his uncle, one uncle, and then one of his sister, and all of them, they are just in different places. They can't go home. You understand? So you see, some people are displaced. So what is the solution? How are we going to end this thing? When is this thing going to come to an end? Do you understand? And it's more in the north. It's happening more around that region.
Let me take Mazi's call. Okay. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Mike, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My sister, this is my first time getting a link to you people.
Okay, good. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
It doesn't feel like we should be clapping to celebrate, so sorry.
To the matter on grounds.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Thank you, because every time we used to like to blame government, and the issue of blaming government all the time has been the one creating issues with us. We don't look inward to see that we cause all these things by ourselves.
Okay.
You understand?
How, please?
We're listening.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. We want you to tell us how you feel.
I used to be in a place at a particular time. If police come to investigate matters, they come for arrest, we will restrict them. We will resist them from carrying us through. If we see police around us staying for a while, we will say what are they doing around us? They are staying too much. Sometimes you see them on the roadblock, and this is supposed to serve as the presence for them, so that even when a criminal see them, they will deter them. We will be asking them, what are they? They are staying too long. All these things have accumulated the problem on us. You can see the issue of LSAS. The police that have been protecting us, we carry out LSAS and burn their offices, burn everything, and so manhandle their families and so many other things. Are you still there with me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, all these things are the things creating problems. We have to look. My father used to say, unless if a man is facing with problem, he's looking outside for the problem, and it's within him, himself, with his household. He should look, and he does not have the wisdom to know that the problem is within himself. The problem will persist. So we have to just look inward and not be reliant on government on everything. We solve these things holistically among ourselves. Who are these people causing this problem? Why are we not talking directly to the problem? Why are we blaming government instead to talk directly to what is your problem? Don't you know that when you are causing chaos to your environment, you are damaging the future of yourself and your family and others? There's no one that is government. We are all government. All of us are partakers in government, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because if this thing persists like this, government leave government for another government. Jonathan was there, the government left, the problem still persists. Buhari left, the problem still persists. Meaning we should look inward. But by not even giving our security agencies kudos to another issues, If not for the security agencies, they will have overrun everywhere in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for your perspective. It's always good to hear different, because when it started, I was wondering, okay, we shouldn't blame government. But the truth is, yeah, while it might look like don't just put all the blame on the government, the government has powers to make more change than ordinary individuals. But I get it that we should also talk to the criminals and tell them, like, what's your benefit?
A criminal, the criminal is a criminal. So I hear him where we all have a role to play in protecting ourselves and our security. So of course we have Nigerians themselves who are traitors. We have people who right now we're seeing names on papers alleged to be financiers of things like this to cause disruption in our country, so that things, don't go well. So yes, we know that, but we also have a government that has the power, the resources, the influence to be able to sit with other countries that have bigger resources to join us to fight this. So that's what we're talking about. If we look at this particular situation where intelligence was given, they made a report. They came, they attacked the people for hours. I think I heard that they were there from about 5 p.m. till 3 a.m. when the military came. So it went on for hours. That is not the people. The people did their job. They heard something, they reported it, and they were still killed. And the government did not deploy what it needed to deploy to protect those people. And that is what we're talking about today.
You see why it's very important?
We have to round off this segment. I wanted to talk about the publishing crime, because I know I'd read it somewhere that when people publish when you publish crime, a few things happen. They say 25% of cases that happen within the next 1 or 2 weeks are copycats. Like they take the details of what happened and then they try to replicate it somewhere. And some because they want their name to be notorious. So we've had some names that we were calling before, and now we have new names. Some of them, they want their names to be heard. So they want to become, if this is the way my name will be heard, let me do something really, really bad so my name can be heard. So there is negative impact of reporting the news. There's also negative impact of not reporting the news, because it means that we are allowing them get away with it. So honestly, our thoughts are with the families. Our thoughts are with the entire local government. We'll keep following up with the story. May their soul rest in peace. That's what we can take on this segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
And the winner is TVC.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going. It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now from that very painful national issue, let's move to another story that has Nigerians talking online. This time, a public display of affection gone wrong. A video currently making the rounds on social media shows the moment Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde appeared to avoid a public kiss from his wife at an official event, and Nigerians have not stopped talking about it. Now, it feels like a big shift from such a heavy topic to this, but it's online. And the governor and his wife were at the dinner and award night marking the 50th anniversary of Oyo State, when the compare playfully asked the First Lady to plant a kiss on the governor in front of the audience. As Mrs. Makinde leaned in, the governor reportedly turned his face away, and that brief moment has now turned into a full-blown online debate. Some people are defending him, saying that it's a public function, it's not the right place to display that kind of thing, and that the governor must maintain decorum and dignity. But others see it differently, saying it was embarrassing, unnecessary, and a moment that now raises questions about the public affection, respect, and even what couples owe each other in public. So that's the angle we're coming from. Let's talk about, was Seyi Makinde, Governor Seyi Makinde, simply being formal and disciplined, or was it an avoidable public snub that indicates something not so good in the marriage? Join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013, or you can call us on 090-2416-3440. Tweet to us. We'd love to hear from you, as well as hashtag YourViewTVC when you drop the tweets. We're also streaming on YouTube and we have some comments. Sadly, we didn't take any comments from the previous conversation before moving on to this one, but if you have any that you really want to throw in, we can actually still throw it in the course of our conversation. But what was your initial reaction to the video of that public affection gone wrong?
Who be the MC? Who was the MC? That was
He's the MC.
He's the MC. He's the MC that is my problem.
You always look for the outside people.
MC that was telling Madam to upstand,
to stand up.
Kiss your guy, tell him thank you for running the state. Akini, what happened? You are supposed to just moderate the event, so you don't know how to do interlude.
What was the event?
It's 50th anniversary of Oyo State.
It's sweet now.
You now want to do romantic interlude actors. That's the problem. It's the MC Gaga.
Are you finished?
That annoy me.
Are you finished?
Please go.
50th anniversary. It was party. It was with friends and family and, you know, constituents and citizens and residents. It was a light-hearted event, you know.
Who told you?
And the MC thought, oh, to add to it, why not the First Lady get up and give the governor a peck on the cheek?
Oh, goodness.
There's a difference. He did not say French kiss. Did not say hold on to him and show us how much you love. You know, it was just a little peck. He now gave her one. The first one I was like, okay, maybe he wasn't quite aware what was happening. She leaned in again. He gave her two. I was like, Governor Makinde, why now? You could have just allowed her give you a tiny peck. It was, women, you know, we can take this very seriously, because if you watch that clip to the very end, there was a place he was talking to her. She put her face in front. He said something. She was like, I don't know. You two, take your own. You know, for me, he should have
body language analysis.
Yes, I saw that. She didn't like it. She didn't like the way he treated her at first. So when he was talking to her throughout, because that's what I would do. If you do that to me throughout that event, this is how it would be. Yes, I hear. I don't know. And that's what she gave him. It was just a small thing that he would have allowed her to do, especially when she leaned in the second time. It was not a big deal. I just felt that, and we say these sort of things, right, where we encourage it because we show to the world that behind our personas, leaders and political leaders, we also have that softer side with our wives. She's the first lady, but she's also the love of my life. My mother's sure I love her so much. It's okay. Until you will act it, uncle, you will act it exactly because we're trying to encourage our people to be a certain way. Please.
Let me hear from you, Ramatu.
Okay, so when I saw it, there are some people that don't like public display of affection. For me, if the MC had announced something like that, she knows the husband very well. Maybe someone like, I think he's the type that does not like public display of affection. So maybe when he told her that, get up and give your husband a peck.
Did he even say you should rub her feet?
I will even stand up. Me, I will not stand up, knowing the kind of husband I have. And from the video, you could see that he was a bit carried away. He was not even, he was on his phone.
Maybe
I think later on, he now just, he now got himself, and when he got himself, then he started, the way he was avoiding it, come on, what was wrong with him,
He's not a PDA person.
You as a wife.
I know that.
Nima, let me finish.
They did not ask him to rub her feet. Oh, that's not what they asked him.
No, that's not what they asked. But still, she's supposed to know her husband. She's supposed to know her husband more than that. Can you remember one? You may kiss the bride. Anytime I remember it, so because since I watched that thing and the thing turned to something very terrible because it was a gathering and they said they were playing the song. You may kiss the bride. Then somebody now kissed another person's
wife.
You put at that time it was terrible. Because if you see the blow that they gave that person,
Ramatu is the second person with serious stories on this show. Like hilarious stories.
Since then, I don't like all these public display. Let me just, let me just keep to myself and all of that. Yeah,
I know the program. I've seen his system. MC went out of line.
I get you.
These are governments. This is the first family of Oyo. You don't catch them on our ways. Governor should have known he'll be kissing his wife. Or the wife will be kissing him. I'm saying,
I get you.
The MC did not follow program. He went out of line. Me, personally, not the person I blame because he's put the governor now. He's put the governor on our tables in our rooms and corners. We're discussing the governor right now. Maybe he truly, just as Ramatu said, he was distracted on his phone.
I felt so.
I will still come to governor what he could have done.
Okay,
but what I'm standing on,
we have blamed
MC. There was a program of events. Follow the program strictly. If you must deviate from that program, let the comedian be doing that joke. Governor was probably expecting him to call the next event, and then he's asking the first lady to come and be doing.
And the first lady obliged him now. She got up. She didn't think it was a problem.
Exactly.
The first lady didn't think
let her address the governor.
Because the first lady is not an elected office holder. She's not doing serious business. Her business.
Well, it's her husband, and she wanted to give her husband a peck for the job well done.
A job well done. You could have said it you could have just said, governor, job well done. But asking for affection and all of that is putting them out there. Really, for me, you should have left them. Whatever their business is, whether the family, whether the love was real or it's not real. That's
so let me ask you, Nima, let me ask you in a different way. Since obviously you don't want to, you're avoiding some part of this conversation, but I'll ask you this: if there's issue in marriage, every marriage has the season when there are issues. We are human beings. We cannot deny that. When we find ourselves in like we're currently quarreling, you don't offend me, I don't offend you, and we're not talking, but we now find ourselves in public. Is it not appropriate that we manage the emotions that could have been quarrelsome or challenging inside when we are outside? Like they tell us that don't carry quarrel like it's inside, outside. Like I will quarrel with you inside. So do you think that he reflected, because from the way the video looked, first could be error, second one was a deliberate snubbing, and as a woman, he touched me. You'll be asking yourself, was my mouth smelling? What's wrong? Like, should that happen in the public like that? Couldn't we expect our leaders to manage their emotions? That with a vet, we no talk, peck me, but we'll continue when we reach house. As we get to that kind of thing.
All of us know this fake. Patrick,
me, I don't think
me, I don't even like it. When I'm fighting, my husband will fight. I like to keep because I quickly forget why I'm.
So you hold on to it.
So I want to hold on to it because if somebody were to say, peck your husband, go don't forget what happened. Because once I peck him, we don't forget. We have moved on. So I want to hold on. So my point is that I believe that the governor was caught in a setup. The woman, yes, she was embarrassed. It shouldn't happen to any woman, whether the marriage is real or not, because you now become a conversation. People must have been calling her. Some people would have been suggesting, in her circle, you've set her up. But you know why I'm insisting on this? This happens with Kwamwan, where his wife was to surprise him. I think it's 60th or 50th.
Yeah, I remember.
She wanted to surprise him at his birthday. She had put together everything, and then she went to try to kiss him as well. And then he too was, and he cleaned. I analyze it here freely because this is a proper family setting. But this is a government function. No matter how light-hearted.
So what you're saying, so you're saying governors should not display public action.
They should choose to. It should be in the program. Don't catch them unawares.
So because for their
let me explain to you, like, I hope I'm careful. For instance, now you know that we had 3 first ladies who had to do vying to host the first lady of the country at some point. Oh yeah, which one with Governor Keys now?
When there are 3 of them.
In this case now, one first lady is in the audience, and she's looking with blade eye and
but there's no other first
no lady. Now unofficial. She's looking with blade eye and dagger eye. You see, I see they set the man up. This is a Yoruba man, it can be a Yoruba demon.
But Nima, me, I don't see anything wrong with the MCU. I didn't see anything wrong.
No, wait,
no. They don't need to put
government function.
He was trying to make the function.
Because
he's not supposed to even know if there was an issue at home or anything. He was just in his own light-hearted, kiss madam, kiss Oga.
I agree with. No, I agree with Nima in terms of the MC and the appropriateness of the situation. So I've done 2 courses on hosting events, and they would always tell you, jewelry, clothing, you cannot be the MC. There are things you will not do as the MC. Corporate events is different from wedding. If you were the MC of a wedding and the governor and his wife were guests at the wedding, now. It's a different thing. If you were
it's their wedding anniversary,
event to be Valentine's special, you can say those kind of things. So I get that it might not be the right place to initiate that thing. So we have a conversation with the MC. We blacklist that MC after. But embarrassing your wife, maybe he did not know it was embarrassing. When you do some things before, in my mind, I'm like, he must have done. He was
distracted. He was on his phone.
All of us are analyzing based on our opinion. You are giving your opinion, I'm giving my opinion. From my own look of it, it's like, when you've done something over time again, like when they publicly hit somebody, because you are so used to backhand, you will not know when your reaction is bow, because that's what you usually do. So I see this and I feel like, they're not in that space. So
it's not something that they do.
Yes, it's not something they do. They're not in that space. It's not, if they are in that space, when you say it, it will just comically flow through it. But when they are not in that space, why should we expect, and here's the backlash that the governor and the first lady have gotten, why should we expect that governor and his first lady should be in a loving-dovey marriage? We know there are many arranged marriages. Why should we expect?
Why are we going that far? It was just a tiny peck gone wrong. Simple.
Exactly.
So if it was not something that they do in their home that they're not used to, I can understand that, some Nigerian homes, pecking and whatever is not their thing. But she got up. To do it, she would have said no, and then she just hold his hand or something like that. But she got up because she thought it was a lovely thing to do. She got up the first time she tried. I thought as well that he was not quite sure what was happening. But the second time she leaned in. Now, like we're all saying, put everything aside. The MC didn't get me involved in this, But my wife, now all I am thinking is, as a man, this is my wife leaning towards me to give me a peck. Everything else goes away at that point. My wife is just leaning to give me a peck. It's not as if she decided to let me sit on governor's lap while this was happening and he pushed. I can understand that. It's a tiny little peck on the cheek. So it has nothing to do with how beautiful their marriage is. It has nothing to do with whether the marriage is okay or not okay. It has nothing to do. It's just a little peck on the cheek. Finish.
And then now gets blown out of proportion now.
So let me add to what Tokwe said. So when he, we all established the fact that maybe he was distracted, you understand? So when he realized himself, the best thing he would have just done was to get up and hug her or something. He would have just covered it up.
He was trying to apologize. She give him, like I would do.
Oh, he was trying to
give him the side.
So they didn't give us content.
He was talking to her. She was like, I don't know for you. Now you sabi.
Now you sabi.
I feel we've seen because on the 50th anniversary of the state,
governor can even be like
around the growth in Oyo State. Oyo is like the first high-rise.
I would say that those conversations didn't happen on the day, of course, and that was the party leading to that particular event. I'm sure so many other events must have happened. The reason she got up and did what she did was because she understood that this is a,
let me talk about the controversy on this
event.
Party. This is in the 50th that the handshake did not happen. No. Yes, it's the countdown to the 50th anniversary. You know the handshake between Alaafin that was supposed to happen between Alaafin and Olubadon. It was part of the prayer for the 50th anniversary. So this 50th anniversary
for too long.
It's not the place when they were celebrating without harmony. You know how you try to do, that we've seen some weddings where they are doing weddings, but since you can see the husband is squeezing face, things are not good, but we're trying to just do like everything is fine. So it feels that way with the 50th anniversary of Oyo, because if from your prayer, the prayer was the one to start the event, and there was controversy from that event in terms of greeting, then we now have the dinner.
I don't see it that way.
And we had the dinner, and there was another one. So I'm like feeling, Oyo really needs to pray.
No. I don't
see
the
spiritual part of us is like they need to really pray that there should be peace and harmony in the land.
I'm sure there must be, I don't see that way. The way that I see that, what is highlighted is that there are some people, they go to an event, they look for controversies, they look for things and then they highlight it. There are some people, you go for a wedding, you'll be like, oh my God, did you see the bride? She looks so beautiful, the food was so nice. And another person will go to that same wedding. Did you see the bread? Did you see the shoe? Did you see the under of the shoe? And you're wondering how the person's are, so it depends on what's highlighted. So I'm sure that event had its ups and downs, had its good parts and its bad parts. Does not mean that, everything is going wrong concerning.
I love that. Let me bring a question to you.
Anniversary.
Okay, so I have a comment here. Somebody said, Governor is not interested in his wife again. And he's not hiding it. Many people know how to perform in public for the camera. Even if they hate themselves in private. But they don't tire.
Okay, so let me ask about social media, the impact of, these social media cutting clips with the intent of viral, and how some things you don't even notice that probably would have passed. We probably wouldn't notice this thing if some bloggers didn't cut it out with the intention of it going viral. How should we start comporting ourselves in this new world where everything you do, if you just look your face, look camera, and somebody will cut out and say, the ladies of your view are beefing one another. There was a look between the way Tokwe looked at Ramatu, and they will not cut out that look. So that means something. How should we now comport ourselves in public, or should we take the approach of it doesn't matter, it will blow over?
Okay. I believe that as a first family, this is a ceremonial event. They must have had some form of training. Remember when RDJ was alive, God rest him, he used to teach us how these classes were important on how to carry yourself in public office, how your family must be portrayed, how things must be done to, to look a certain way. You're trained and prepared for, public appearances.
Etiquettes.
So etiquette. I believe that this was missing. That's the only thing that showed here. So that because before you leave the house at all, even if you live in separate residences, which is possible when you're in government office. Sometimes First Lady, remember Aisha Buhari used to say that she didn't see the president for days and that she was being prevented from seeing him. So this were possible. But before, when you are to approach a public event, before you leave, you put it aside, you have a prior discussion on what was possible out there. And I think that was lacking. And then the MC going out of line to, to try to ease
that MC is a
event.
trouble. Was fine the name of that
Welcome to the show. Good morning. We have a call. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show. Oh, you're listening to the TV. Please don't listen. When you call the TV station, please listen to your phone, not the TV. Please. Thank you.
So, because they've had events, there was one, the Olubadan crowned the first son of the country, you know, with a title, and she was in attendance, the governor was in attendance, she dressed proper. You know, you have to show up every time with this woman, whether or not you have a cordial relationship in the house. That's
Doesn't
not
matter.
This is your first lady for public appearances. You need to get it right. I think that the governor wasn't sitting right, pressing his phone while this was being announced, being distracted. He didn't do right at all. But I agree.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you very much.
I know he didn't do that right, and he didn't make it. He appears badly, poorly on him more than he does on his wife anyway. So, which is why, you know.
So let me take Ola from
Abuja.
Welcome to the show. Good morning, Ola. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Ola from Abuja.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. What I want to contribute to this matter is two things. Two things possibly might have happened. You know, one is I think it was Nima who said it. There could be that there's a beef between them before they left home. And that's even the reason why the man would not be talking to his wife and be looking at his phone, playing with his phone, because there's a little beef. That may be the problem. Then the second issue could also be that it's not every man that is romantic publicly. For me, you know, we go to church and they'll say, hold your wife, kiss, men will be doing it. I don't know how to do those things. That's my kind of person. And my wife will call me, I am a soldier, I am too militarized and things like that. But she has come to know me. It's not as if I'm not good, but I am a bushman. I don't know how to do all of those things.
At least you're self-aware.
Not in public.
But Mr. Ola,
that's just what I would.
No, but Mr. Ola, if let's say this is not who you are, but if you are at a public function and the instruction was given, how would you react?
Would you have reacted the way the governor did?
I would not have reacted. She would be the one to try to kiss, but everybody would know that it's not my thing. I would not really be into it. But I think maybe there's a little quarrel between them that they would sort out when they get home. Some men don't like to put things under the carpet. When there's a problem, until it is sorted out, they don't give that free affection.
Thank you so much, Ola. Some people can't fake it.
So as a public figure, we need to learn how to comport ourselves when we're in public, honestly, because there are people watching. Everybody is looking in between lines. Every small thing that you just think, you just ignore it or something, somebody will pick it out. So we need to be careful the way we put ourselves out there. I know
and for those that don't know how to fake it, they should learn.
Yes, and I know, like, for example, I'll give an example of couple. Osibanjo and his wife. If you see the way they move around, so admirable. You see the way they.
That's who they are.
Yeah, so it's so interesting. So all those kind of.
Everybody is like that, and doesn't mean they're not happy.
Some it doesn't mean they're not happy.
Might never hold or kiss in public.
But
they are happily married.
So my problem is not about faking it. Why would you fake at least a smile? Even if you refuse the peck, you would have turned and smiled at her. Why would you fake? It's not about faking it. It's just the fact that.
He's not. He will have done.
He should have done something. Even if he does not want to peck, we don't peck. You hug her, you hold her hand, and you swing it. I see those local way of doing things. We will not want to do that, but we hold hands and we say, "Hey, daddy and mommy," that sort of thing. It still shows a united front. This was a total.
I want to align with that caller that some bushmen that are just bush. They cannot be caught being soft publicly,
but they can learn.
It doesn't strike me as
it
looks like Governor Shemakide is a young, funky governor. I don't also see him as a shy person.
You want to believe that? I don't believe that. I don't see that impression of him. You see the funny thing. The very bush governor that is no longer governor, that is minister.
Is the one that is massaging.
That one used to kiss his own. That governor that is no longer governor, that is now minister, that used to kiss his own, is now a minister. Don't worry, you'll do the puzzle later. That one that was governor that time, that is no longer governor, is now minister.
Okay.
As bush as he was because of the way he talks and sounds. Oh, of course, he used to kiss his own.
Yeah. Got the puzzle.
The only minister in Nigeria.
Okay.
He used to kiss his own. That one will never be caught off guard. But you see, Sheyi Makinde has always carried himself as very serious. So me, my impression of him is that is always too serious. No softness, hold hands, all those things. And I know somebody who would think that was not close, who when he was governor truly would not show softness. And he's married the 6th of 16 till today. In fact, I was surprised when I saw a big celebration for his wife publicly on her birthday. Something that I thought was very far from him because of his very serious bookworm kind of style. So there are men who are not exactly unloving. There are some men but the matter of softness, romance and all of that is for the other room.
Even when they are quarreling. They don't know themselves. They don't rub hands, rub heads.
Can Aisha Buhari be asked to beg President Buhari of blessed memory publicly?
Our president is a very comical. He will.
Yes, the one show.
Yes.
Like that.
See, there's one video that he was walking past one of his daughters. She was like, boo boo, and he hailed her back.
Let me pick Nkechi's call. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies of your view.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. So I want to first of all say I don't really agree with Nima when she says the MC went out of the context, because when people are getting married, even on their wedding day, they will tell people there's a time for the couple to kiss. Everybody's waiting for that time. And the men at that time take it hook, line, sinker. They will just be kissing and kissing, you understand? Everybody will take and capture that moment.
Okay.
And then maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line, maybe children start coming and everything. This affection or whatever that these men show and they've been showing each other like that, we just start dropping. We just start dropping.
That's an angle.
Like that, people will just they keep living like that, I think he was celebrating 50 years or so. Yeah. And I'm sure they've lived, I don't know how many years anniversary they were doing.
No, wedding. Let's not take context.
That's the thing.
It was a state event. He was celebrating the 50th anniversary of the state or your state, not either of them. It was a formal event. That's why Nima's statement was.
But you still brought an angle.
I get gist too.
But it's an angle that she has brought.
Even if it was a formal event, if it was a wedding, they will call big dignitaries. You will see different officials. They will be there. But that time for kissing the wife will still be there, and they will do it. No shyness.
Thank you.
They've lived life for maybe some years. Their wedding, they've lived for years. And they have kids. So I feel like that is what usually happens to, especially, I want to say Niger couples or couples generally, most couples. The affection will be reducing, they will not be kissing. There was a event where there was an MC that said there was a game time, and the MC was asking the men, when last did you kiss your wife? They were just looking at each other because they feel like they don't think about it. They think like it's the list of their worries.
Exactly. Those men, they were extremely shy. It's not about whether there was love in their home. It's the extreme shyness of men of those days. I remember using let me use my late dad as a joke. My dad was soft with his girls. He will play with us. When he gets to that part of it, he will now leave it for when their doors are closed. I never saw. I remember was it their 20th or 19th anniversary, and we made a serious wahala around it. We decorated, we were doing things. So my father came over and was like, "Oh, babes, they said I should hug you." And I was like, "Hug your wife." He was like, "They said I should hug you." He was so shy.
But you know what?
He felt like a child.
Me, I trust our president. He will not do that. He will not fall our hand. He will pet.
Our president is very. You see, our president had wealth of years. Yes. He was two-time governor since 1999. Senator. They have been doing public appearances forever. But the two of them not be mentioned.
Yes, I wanted to take that. I think that's an important angle that she brought up, because I saw a video of a couple, right? So this video, it was really of a couple that were passionately kissing. And then people were like, I'm sure they are not married, that they have to be cheating or just in a new relationship, that because if they were married, that passion will not be there. So I'm like, really? Like, people really don't expect people who have been married for a while to still have that sort of passion and affection for each other. I don't think it's wise. I don't think that happens with everyone. But as often, I'm seeing it quite often, then there must, a part of it must be true. So I think the question is to the men, What is it?
Life is happening.
You should just calm down.
Why diminishing returns is what they call it.
I don't think it's just diminishing returns.
So you have seen me finish, you have the cow, the milk, the cheese and everything. So I'm not interested anymore. No, I get a new cow.
In defense of men, or even for women, life is happening. Like, it's a different thing when you have no child. Now you have 3 or 4 children, you're doing school runs, you're doing food, all of that. So your mind is like, your concern is around my son, my daughter, this one. So like, there is a lot of activities that distract from passion and romance. And then there is also the category of, even when people see it, they feel it is fake. Even when people see that, they feel it is cheating, but they are genuinely busy. People are busy.
I get you.
So we need to be reminded.
I get you, but I get all that you're saying, and women even talk about it for themselves. But when it now comes to a particular situation where they say give a peck, the children and the work is now too much for you at that moment to just give a tiny peck.
He's busy governing. He's busy governing and being a governor of the state. That peck was a distraction from the job of governing and government work.
He was distracted.
Because that's I'm feeling you already. He's a lot of your whole state. You know how many population of people he has to sit over. One commissioner must have sent him one distracting message of something.
Something happened in a corner.
And he's still trying to respond to that. Then you see, because
I remembered, I didn't take Ezekiel's call. I remember that there was it Governor Fashola or was it even Governor Sanwo-Olu that we interviewed, and he was talking about how sometimes when he receive a call 3 a.m. in the morning, it's like the first is it fire or robbery or something, because you as a governor you are working 2-4-7. So you see that we're trying to balance for governors. Emma Benosiwa, governor.
So only governors are allowed to behave this way.
Busy people. Let me see.
Very. I'll share
Dangote. Dangote is kissing who? Dangote with refinery drama, everything.
To say this is his own.
Very busy.
Melu is also a billionaire.
When we went to,
and he spends time to have fun.
Let me take this phone call. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Hello, are you there? Hello. I'm not sure if he's still there. So I'll come to you.
So we were at the village for the burial, and everybody was calling their spouses loving and endearing names. I just go Zip, Alpha, Nima, Alpha. Babe, Zip, babe.
Zip is endearment.
Yes,
what is name?
They didn't see it that way. They were like, I was called out. You don't have my love. My heart. I said that.
But you have your
Olome is beloved now. They said that the village, they say Olome is not
loving enough.
And I looked at Zip funnily. So first looked at herself. I said,
we like our relationship.
I said the whole of my life. I said the moon and the sun. We made a joke of it. Some people would still think that we don't have a loving relationship. We try to, because I don't like PDAs. So if you expect the acting, I will turn it to a comedy. And I turned it to a comedy. My husband, who already knows, just continues to laugh. And then if we catch ourselves along the corridor, we know with the tapping we will tap. Those people will never see it.
So keep it inside for some people.
Okay, so I have a message here. They said the real Ibadan man don't do kissing. I grew up in Ibadan and I know well.
Please tell us. That person does not follow that guy on TikTok that is interviewing all the women in Ibadan. And they are describing
number one Ibadan man.
Wait, they are describing, those women are describing the other room. And all of those. No, the women were very vulgar.
Maybe the women are, but the men
too.
Oh wow. I think that there are a few things. One, we need to lessons from this experience is to remember the public responsibility that we carry, so that the fact that whatever personal thing doesn't distract from the public office that you are holding, because at that time it wasn't about the Sheyi or her name, the Mrs. Makinde or Mr. Makinde. It was about First Lady and Governor, and at that point that kiss was like an official, the peck was an official assignment for both of them. We need to learn to understand how to play the official one. Another thing is a reminder for husbands and wives. Happy 10th year anniversary, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. Let it not mean that is the end of romance in your marriage. Go back and say, you have permission from the ladies of your view. Yes. Kiss your wife. Kiss your husband. But as we round off, I would not want to just end on that. It's a light note, but our first topic was a really strong one. And I it still hurts us. And as much as we try to find the balance, this is how we live in Nigeria. You will hear the bad news, you will try and manage laughter to keep body and soul together. We would say that the suggestion by Yakub that there must be a special court for terrorism, and we mentioned it before on the show, but we mentioned it today. We need it so that justice is fast, it's public, and it is not a life sentence or 10 years. It is, you are a terrorist, you die. That way we put a strong punitive measure. Then state policing needs to be done. If the security people in Woro community were all Woro citizens, they will not leave. That's their, they will be living there. And so they would always be on ground to protect their community. We cannot wish it away anymore. That might be the only viable solution right now. So governors and State of Assembly, House of Assembly, please, let's revisit state policing and find a way to make it work. That's what we can take on today's show. Tomorrow, Your View Pigeon will be here to entertain and educate you. See you all next week. Bye.